and chip away at the Scion, and Mini can just kind of outpace him and get some advantages.
Could also just be mid Viego, which...
With Keen with the lane swap, so that will leave some of the early pressure here as well.
I mean, my thought is, if this were like a top lane matchup, I would feel like very good about the Viego into the Sylas, because Sylas has very nice burst, right? He can extend a fight, but Viego, I feel like, should win in a long one. As Chovy, or rather Zeka gets hit by a gigantic knockup, just a full charge. Meanwhile, Zeus is just TPing away. He's like, all right, see you later, buddy. He's a level 1 Nari. He's going to hit level 2. And now already flashes away from the binding as Duro does take the aggro. Here comes the TP down to the bottom side. Keen trying to get in there and get aggro himself, as there it is. First blood comes in, and Keen even able to flash away. As clean as that, they get first blood for Gen.G.
Takeaway so far from this matchup is I haven't been wholly convinced by the Viego.
Yeah, not
Sylas.
He definitely needs more items, I think.
Yeah.
Than the Sylas.
You know, one other thing about this, you know, when you look back to the draft, the bans against Peanut, he won't have Viego anymore either, by the way. Moving forward, if Gen.G win this game, we go to 5.
Paper Man?
Yeah. You know, just another small little fearless edge, setting up for an objective as well, setting up flanks. We haven't seen the Gnar into the Scion directly all too much, but you can see when it does happen, JS is very happy about the counter pick that he did get in this one.
Oh, meanwhile, engage here on a Chovy. Gonna respect the Zyra, just flashes out. You see Gen.G, they want to get as many grubs as possible. They'll get one. So deny another objective point. Summon Life Esports look to close the distance, look to zone them away, but here comes Chovy once again as the Bard ult's going to sail very wide. Smite comes in, that actually went to Canyon, I think.
Yeah, I believe it did.
And so Peanut now down his smite, and now Canyon has to flash the wall. The Jin, though, helping out, keeping him around. They're just CCing them both to death as they both disappear. As in, Zeka is very deep, and he will be traded back. Ruler now, 1v3, Delight very low, and Chovy on the stolen Sylas for a bit more. But I think maybe Viper got enough room here as, yeah, Chovy no flash.
I think things get a little bit easier for Gen.G once Duro has his ult. Again, mentioned earlier, he's super low XP in this game as
Zeka sneaking around the left side. Ruler in a bit of trouble. He doesn't have his flash, but they're just missing everything. The chains, they get cleansed, and Ruler dodges almost everything, but eventually, even though Zeka and Viper tried their hardest to miss, they still got the kill.
Kind of chain that damage with Chovy. Looks like a pretty scary combo. This is just great from Ruler, and it's starting to become a bit of a theme here. And yeah, it wasn't pretty, but Zeka's just like, well, I run you down. Sorry.
I am still Sylas, so eventually you're just dead. He played around vision excellently there, so props to Zeka. Even though the skill shots weren't there, the actual play was great. As Chains, they're getting themselves very close to Ruler, as in goes the Scion, gonna take out Peanut. That is the punish, but here comes the follow-up from Hanwha Esports. Very low is the Karthus. They take out Ruler as well, but the Skittle will hit onto the Mini-Gnar. Viper just going to take out Duro, who was very deep in there. That's a double kill to the Jin, who, with a Collector against this...
Oh no, our 80 carry with no sums is caught. We have to contest, and then it ends up turning around in favor of the other side.
And so far this series, you know, we had Cloud Soul in the last one, which actually was pretty big. Duro in a lot of trouble here. He is going to go golden with his buddy there, trying to get over the wall. He will not be able to survive. Gets sniped on the backside. As Viper, he's making this Jin look overpowered in this game.
Well, you know, the magical journey has to end at the end of the magical journey. And that one's a pretty easy one to line up when you factor that in. And
it is a straight line, yes.
And so is Jin's skill shot, so well played. Viper is starting to take over this game, and I don't know if this Viego comp is going to work.
And there it is. Another root comes in from the Jin. And against a Karthus, against a Varus, against a Bard, you're just feasting right now. It's so many kills and assists. He has been part of 7 out of 8 of the kills, and so has Peanut.
I mean, the value that they're getting from Viper on this Jin, the setup from the roots has really done so much for HLE in these last couple of passages of play.
Yeah, and this should be I mean, we do have Chovy on the backside here. He is level 12, and Viper kind of in a rough spot, but a miss on the stun doesn't quite matter as the chains will hit, and that is a couple of kills. Chovy on the flank. They did not see this one coming. Even the Requiem going to be utilized here just to take the kill down. Gen.G strike back.
Beautiful flank coming out from Chovy. I feel like if he gets on the back line, and again, Squishy comp falls over quickly, those tools aren't necessarily available. Seem to be setting up for this dragon that's coming up.
Plus the fact that it's going to be a 3 Infernal Soul with some of those additional stats as well. To split 1-1 the first Drakes. As Herald is just going to charge through the mid lane. I don't know if they quite have enough damage to take it out, though, on this wave.
Yeah. Not quite able to get that, but this does open up this dragon. Not a lot of vision here as Peanut. Oh, he's caught max range. He is able to flash out, though. But he has to utilize his ult. He doesn't have to, but he gets out of there. But again, none of that really matters. What matters here is that Gen.G get the Infernal Drain.
But I think, you know, Zeus doesn't have TP and is pushing top. I think the call from HLE was not to contest in the first place, so Peanut being that far up, far enough that he could get caught, it's just a mistake. Could have backed up earlier, could have given more space, and then he would still have his Summoner Spell and his ultimate. And instead, we're seeing Zeus. I mean, I think this trade is fine. They're still a long way away from Soul. A second Dragon's not going to do that much, just a small percentage of extra stats, and Zeus got 2 towers in that push.
Yeah, it's a lot of money to this Gnar. That's going to be a big threat, especially taking out this Scion later on.
I think a good move to back away.
I think they were like expecting potentially they could get a teleport out of Chovy off that play, but won't read it too well as Zeus.
I mean, yeah, he's still here. Says he's going to hop over the top, but look at this. Now we get the Requiem. Is it enough? Not quite, as he goes Mega as well.
Oh,
he
nice
will
dodge.
barely survive. Very nice dodge there in the end. And now Chovy maybe in a bad spot. Level 14, can they punish? The TP is coming in. The Bard stolen by Zeka. Gonna keep Chovy around, but everybody's golden forever. As now Zeus not even get the timing down. And that's a kill from Keen to punish. Just trying desperately to take out Chovy is not going to work in this play. Gen.G pick up 2 kills. As now the knockup comes in on Akeem, but Viper can't do much damage to him just yet. It's just 2 kills to Gen.G.
Big.
And just quick flash out of the Tempered Fate where he's caught out of blast.
I'm gonna flash is what he said. I have to use flash here.
Yeah, because Duro's trying to keep him alive there, and he's like, ultimately, I'm still going to flash out of this one. As once again, Chovy does have
Infernal. And remember, guys, Chovy is not the jungler. He does not have Smite as the mid lane Viego, so he can't just kind of, you know, sneak this one away solo.
This is weird though, because I thought it'd be a smart play, because Chovy can solo the dragon and threaten it. So you threaten that, and on the other side they take the Arakan, but Ruler wasn't in position, so it's just gone, and they're so slow to move over to Arakan. HLE should be able to get up here, I think, in time?
Yeah, I think it's just a bit of a misread here from Gen.G on what Hanwha we're prioritizing.
I think they get it.
They might be able to try to fight, though.
Life, they're just gonna let it go as
quick enough.
Yeah, just not able to quite get up there. They didn't have vision. I mean, you can assume they're doing it, but they get the Infernal, and now Hummel will just have to play this game where they have to try to wait out for about 2.5 minutes.
I think the problem is it's a late Arakan, so Baron is up.
Yeah.
So you're going to be forced into contesting this Baron. Gen.G already making moves over to it, and with Canyon there and Ruler there from the start, this will go down quickly.
Both Keen and Chovy critically have teleport. It'll take him a while to get in. Chovy going to utilize his right now after a back.
See Duro on vision. Peanut still not taken out, but there it is as he throws an ult in, and the damage is enough. They burst it down while Peanut is golden.
Clean.
And that is just a clean Baron and Otacon take here
It's
for
such
Gen.G.
an easy play where you just immediately start the Baron afterwards, and Gen.G playing everything right, really just dictating the pace of the game in a match that felt very back and forth in the early mid-game.
Zeka on Silas, unfortunately not having the impact he would like, as, okay, Duro just going to kind of run by them, but they have Requiem, they have TPs coming into light, is isolated, flashes over to the Magical Journey, but again, they still have Otacon, so best you were getting was 200 gold out of Duro. Instead, it is a Delight that goes down, and Gen.G are really running away with this game now.
So a few resources burnt to ensure that your support gets out, but your support now has ultimate, so he's ready to set something up here.
Yeah, and they go. They already, okay, well, it's going to be Peanut who goes golden himself this time, but eventually just dies instead. And they're just getting bowled over. Still 25 seconds here on the Otacon buff. And they're gonna lock down Viper on the backside there as, okay, nice peel from Zeka, gonna go golden himself as well. Meganar gets denied. And again, still 14 seconds on Otacon. So Gen.G just pushing through and getting insane value out of this double bow. Maybe a kill here. You would have to wait 5 seconds, so not able to pick up the 200 gold either.
I feel like the fact they already had the Baron.
Chovy does end up withdrawing, but helps get the kill on the Zeus, and they just force their way through to take out this inhibitor turret. And there's just so much map control for Gen.G.
Flash on in, at least Zeka is here, but Peanut has just been farmed right now by Gen.G. 4 kills in a row, it feels like, as the Zyra not quite hitting the mark. And Gen.G just getting even more value out of their push. You can see the damage is already done by the Requiem. And you just have to back off. You only have 3 people there. Zeka not even here, finally gets back.
I mean, Chovy is just so huge at this point with Titanic and Death's Dance. He can just walk at them and set up for resets.
Well, Zeus is going to try to press some buttons here. He's not even able to clear the wave. And that should do it on this one. Chovy on the mid Viego alongside of his team will be taking down this game number 4. And you guessed it, we will have Silver Scrapes here once again in these best of 5s as Blue Side reigns supreme 4 times in a row, getting the wins. Has even the stolen Bard ultimate on the wave, just desperately trying to stop this push. It might be able to now, but it's still 25 seconds on Zeus, and now 25 seconds on Viper. They get the stun here on a Peanut, he's got a Zhonya's, and low on health, Gen.G still not gonna back down. They will take this game number 4. And the problem for them really is that they'll be on red side for game 5. We'll have to see how that one does go as the series does get tied up 2-2.
Yeah, really strong performance from Gen.G.